is a story about what your company values.
So right now I'm sitting here trying to check email, quietly minding my own business. And the same psychopath, asswipe, rejected piece of ghetto filth named Jasmine Irizarry, who is a career criminal whose services are being retained by the Greenville Group for the purposes of harassment and stalking tenants they don't like, she has once again resumed her use of a directed energy device to electronically assault me. While I'm sitting here quietly minding my own business, checking emails, making phone calls, and trying to wash some clothes in my sink. Over the last, I'd say, hour, the water from that sink has gone from being completely normal to once again oily, thick, slimy, and greasy so that I can't use it for anything. I'm actually trying to fill up a tub of water so I can wash these items right here, and the water is completely unusable. It's just thick, oily, and slimy. It's not even water. There's barely any water coming out of the tap. As you can see, it's set to maximum, but there's just a trickle coming out. And it's got a nasty old odor. I don't even know what's in it, but there's a problem here. There's also somebody who's been smoking directly behind this wall throughout the entire night, early morning, and afternoon. Every single time I woke up and started walking around in this unit, somebody in the area behind this wall started filling this corner right here with intense amounts of cigar smoke, marijuana smoke, and all kinds of other foul, stinking, intense odors. And that is basically the same psychopath who's been doing that from behind this wall since 2013, when the Greenville Group placed this psychopath in the bathroom of Unit 78 located behind this wall. Her name is Jasmine Irizarry, and she's a rejected piece of asswipe ghetto filth who apparently provides services for the Greenville Group on behalf of BLM or to BLM on behalf of the Greenville Group. I'm not sure how that works, but I've been informed by multiple individuals who are familiar with the housing business and industry in Boston that Irizarry is being sponsored by the Greenville Group for the purposes of harassing tenants that they don't like, because they're a pretty shady organization. And you can see that in the number of times that they have been taken to court by the city of Boston for code violations, for refusing to make repairs, for criminal neglect, et cetera, et cetera. So right now I have to call them and let them know that not only can I not use the water to my kitchen tap, but while I'm sitting here quietly minding my own business and checking emails, Irizarry, the psycho scum, rejected asswipe piece of ghetto filth, who literally gets paid to hate stalk people and harass them in any way she can, has been using some sort of electronic assault device to physically assault me while I'm sitting here minding my own business in the privacy of my apartment. Irizarry is a psychopath, a sex offender, and a cyber criminal, and has received a lot of praise from her employer, Mr. Oleg Alexeyev at the Greenville Group, about how talented she is and how she can hack into anything and take care of anything, as he put it, directly to me in a personal conversation I had with him about Irizarry being moved out of Unit 78. She officially was housed in Unit 78 between 2013 and 2022, when Mr. Alexeyev informed me that she no longer was in the unit behind this wall officially, but continues to be housed in this building. And because the unit behind this wall has been deliberately kept permanently vacant and empty for 2.5 years now by Mr. Alexeyev, he is permitting Irizarry, the psycho scum, rejected asswipe, ghetto filth, BLM hate stalking career thug, to access the vacant premises of her former unit on a regular basis, where she then engages in some very harmful, disruptive behavior, usually late at night, and it affects my health. I can't use the water from that tap. When she is sitting behind that wall, oh wow, there's just like intense amounts of marijuana smoke right now. I mean, I'm actually wearing a mask because the smoke right now is so intense coming from behind that wall. It's also affecting my voice. There's also a leak underneath that sink. I mean, I'm assuming that has nothing to do with Irizarry, the psycho scum, rejected asswipe, BLM career thug. But the valves are leaking, and I have claws down, and the water is oily, thick, slimy, and greasy, and I'm trying to run it so that I can flush out whatever contamination is in it, but the contamination never seems to go away. And it also seems to be affecting taps in common bathrooms and other floors of this building, which means that Irizarry is not just getting paid and sponsored to contaminate the water to this tap, as she has admitted to doing on social media, but she's also getting paid to contaminate the water to common bathrooms, which then affects the health and safety of every other tenant in this building. There's also mice in my bathroom, and because I don't store any food or anything in my bathroom, I'm not sure why there's mice in there. But I did notify Greenville about the mouse problem 2 weeks ago, and of course they've refused to do anything about it.
Press 1. For maintenance, press 2. If you're interested in selling a property, press 3. For the office directory, press 4 or press 0 for the front desk.
So it's what, 3:25 or so? I can't even see what time it is. Yeah. Of course they never answer their phone in the middle of a workday. Why would they do that? That'd be normal, and they're not normal. They're just a shady, sketchy criminal organization.
Please leave a detailed message with your name and number so we may get back to you when we return.
Hi there. It's right around 3:30 p.m. on Monday, September 9th, 2024. I'm calling for an 8th time from Unit 89 in the last 48 hours to report some very disruptive, aggressive, harmful behavior coming from the psychopath, sex offender, and cyber criminal named Jasmine Irizarry, who you continue to choose to house in this building. And right now, Irizarry is sitting in the bathroom directly behind.
Enter your extension
Oh my God.
followed by the pound key.
For maintenance, press 2. If you're interested in selling a property, press 3. For the office directory, press 4 or press 0 for the front desk. After the tone, please leave a detailed message with your name and number so we may get back to you when we return.
Hi there. It is right around 3:30 p.m. on Monday, September 9th, 2024. I'm calling from Unit 89 for the 8th time in the last 48 hours to report that your resident sex offender, cyber criminal, and psychopath, who's also a career thug named Jasmine Irizarry, has been accessing the bathroom of Unit 78 located directly behind the wall of my kitchen sink over the last couple of days and engaging in some very aggressive, harmful, disruptive behavior from the wall directly behind my kitchen sink. This is the same exact pattern of aggressive stalking and harassment as Irizarry engaged in during the 10 years that she was officially housed in the bathroom of 78 located behind the wall of my kitchen sink. Right now, Irizarry is deliberately filling my entire kitchen and bedside area with intense amounts of marijuana and cigar smoke that have required that I keep the door to the hallway open to ventilate my living space. And I've been in and out of the hallway probably half a dozen times over the last 30 minutes to ascertain the source of the intense smoke and fumes. And the smoke and fumes are not coming from the hallway. They're coming from the bathroom of 78, where you guys are deliberately keeping Unit 78 empty to allow Irizarry, the psycho scum, rejected career asswipe piece of filth, to continually access the permanently vacant premises of her former unit. She's sitting in there right now. She's been making noises behind that wall throughout the entire night, early morning, and now again this afternoon. And she is also deliberately affecting the health and safety of the water that comes out of my kitchen tap. And right now, I cannot use that tap for anything because Irizarry herself has admitted to contaminating the water to my unit, saying that she's not using a saddle valve. And right now the water is thick, oily, and slimy and greasy, and it cannot be used to rinse anything at all. It cannot be used for drinking or for cooking or for cleaning because, again, it is oily, thick, slimy, and greasy. I have to go down the hall to the common bathroom, and that water is also now affected by Irizarry's deliberate contamination of the water supply to this building, as you guys are allowing her to do. At the same time, she has been using a directed energy device to electronically assault me while I'm in the privacy of my unit and when I lie on my bed. And I reported this last night. 5 in the morning, Irizarry started using her directed energy device to electronically assault me between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. while I was trying to sleep on my bed. She always does this when I'm lying on my bed, as I've reported in dozens of prior emails and voicemails to the Greenville group. Irizarry is a dangerous psychopath who obviously you guys are using for your own nefarious purposes in order to harass tenants who you obviously have some kind of prejudice against. I am recording this voicemail for legal purposes. As I mentioned, I'll be filing criminal charges against the Greenville Group, and tell your close personal friend, the psycho scum rejected asswipe Jasmine Irizarry, that I will be taking her to court as well. So if she doesn't want to stand before a judge and have to answer for her behavior and dox her own psychosis, then she's going to stop doing this right now. Otherwise, I'm taking her to court as well. I don't care if she's criminally insane. She has the right to go to court and be called on for her behavior. Again, I'm recording this voicemail for legal purposes. It's 3:30 p.m. and you guys are refusing to answer your phones because you're completely incompetent. I will be following up with a written notification to you and your attorneys. Thank you. Well, you know what? The best way to get people to come out of the woodwork and to dox their own psychosis and their own hate stalking behavior is to just take them to court. Because if they don't show up, then they automatically get charged with a restraining order. That's how it works. If you file a restraining order against someone and they don't show up to court, the restraining order stands. So I'm going to do that with Irizarry because she's a rejected piece of hate stalking asswipe, BLM ghetto filth, who just hate stalks people because she's so mentally disturbed. She has nothing else to do. And she's doing this on behalf of BLM, as I've been informed, and also on the Greenville group, on behalf of the Greenville Group, because they are sponsoring large numbers of BLM activists in this building who really have an issue with anybody who isn't of their own race and gender, mostly males who are involuntarily celibate and have serious issues with women. This is actually not about race. It's actually about gender, because Irizarry, even though she has a female name, I'm assuming she is a physical female, she behaves like a male. She likes to use surveillance devices in the bathrooms of this building, and then live streams or doxes people's bathroom activities to the sex offender BLM males who populate this building complex, as they've all bragged to me over the last few years that they get to see what I do in my bathroom, that they saw me scrubbing my, fill in the blank with a red washcloth, etc. All of their accurate descriptions of what I do in my bathroom have been 100% correct. So that's how you know they're not making things up. They're actually factually reporting what Irizarry, the psycho scum rejected asswipe, is live streaming based on the surveillance devices that she herself has admitted to using in my unit and in other bathrooms in this building.